Hey everyone, I'm Jalen Michael. I'm a producer over at the Media Innovation Center at SUNY Old Westbury. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, Mr. Yetkin Yuce, who is the Director of Product Innovation over at a media company. Yetkin, thanks for joining me this morning. So to jump right into it, can you explain what it is that a Director of Product Innovation does?
Director of Product Innovation works with different digital products, websites, mobile applications, Apple TV, Roku, Fire, games, social media applications to kind of look at digital opportunities for the business and then for the user. So product manager usually is a person that works with the media companies or with the technology or any company to manage a specific product and how users are using. In the meantime, how the business is actually really serving the needs of the customers and understanding their pain points. So director of innovation kind of, try to think outside the box, and I'm thinking about what kind of features that we can use, what kind of technology we can use to, serve our customers better. So innovate, iterate, test, and keep going, and then, setting up partnerships, setting up, A/B testings and other kind of cool things to see that how we can really, make digital products better.
Sounds great. So can you just walk us through a little bit how it is that you actually got into this field?
So my experience is I studied communications, and after that I did my master's in television and radio management. And then I started learning coding and how do I, make things happen on the internet and building websites. And I get into technology of that, using technology to syndicate content. And then I had interest in mobile applications and then Apple TV and other OTT over-the-top devices. And then I wanted to learn about corporate innovation. How do you set up a corporate innovation in my company? And how do I really inspire other people, the team members, to join me to innovate together? So it's kind of, communications, understanding, management, and then learning coding, and then bringing that experience with design, and then just having interest in, overall technology. So that was my kind of roadmap for becoming a product manager.
Cool. So as far as your title is Director of Product Innovation. So that word innovation, what does that mean to you?
To me, innovation is that, how do you evolve? How do you iterate yourself? Or how do you iterate your digital products to make them survive and then, or, hit new metrics? So the metrics are really important, or objective key results. And, if you're doing something in digital world or any other business, you have to have objective results and objective metrics that you're trying to hit. Otherwise, that innovation would be something that you're just doing it. If you fail, that's fine. If you succeed, that's fine. So usually, the innovation, in my mind, we try to do 70% of the things in the core innovation. So looks at our core business, core technology, core systems, and how we can maintain and innovate. And then 20% of the innovation happens around near-term improvements, near-term key metrics that we are trying to hit. And then 5 to 10%, I will say that, something is very, very innovative thinking. Let's say, I don't know, Bitcoin. How do you use, digital currencies, or how do you gamify one of the experiences that you're having in your digital products?
Evolving technology such as like AR and VR, I'm sure that impacts your job a lot too, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those are the technologies we look at it, but in the meantime, sometimes we can apply the technology right away or test it, and then we could get results. But in the meantime, the market might not be ready for it, so we just need to wait a little bit. And monetization is also important, that, how do you monetize, how do you make it viable? Whatever you do is very important. Otherwise, at the end of the year, how do we report our success as that, hey, this was successful because it generated revenue, or generated, we acquire millions of users, or millions of daily actives, or monthly actives, or the growth rate. So those things are really, really important.
For sure, for sure. So just to switch gears a little bit, we were talking about this at the start. Obviously we're in a very interesting pandemic right now. So I wanted to know, just to get your perspective, how has this whole ordeal, changed how you work, or how do you see it impacting the media field?
Um, well, I'm part of the digital group, so right now it's hasn't changed much for me, because some of my team is in Canada, some of it's in LA. We have offshore vendors working with us, and we're on video chats, and all digital tools for us, project management or product release systems. So uh, for the work, how do we work hasn't really changed much for the digital group, but I think that, going into office, collaborating with colleagues and having meetings, or, having coffee meetings to talk about projects is kind of, those are the things that I miss, because as a product manager, we really need to be in touch with many different internal groups, research, business intelligence, marketing, customer relations, or engineering. So it's really important for me to be in the office and then have these conversations. But besides that, we kind of replacing it with digital meetings, digital coffee chats, or catch-up meetings, and then or brainstorming and stuff. So um, it's still working. I also feel like we started working more and more, because everything kind of blurs in. So I woke up at 8 o'clock. Usually when I was going to the office, I wake up at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I take the public transportation to work, and I start working around 9:15, and I work till almost 6 o'clock, and I take the train back home. So right now I'm not commuting, so I start my days early, but also I have so much to do. I kind of work late, but during during the day, I need to take some breaks to feed my kid, or take him outside for a quick walk, or do some other house related chores. But overall, it's kind of, there's a pandemic going on. It's really tough. Um, but in the meantime, that we are all in this together, and then health is really, really important. And then I'm glad that we're able to work from home, and we're healthy, and then also staying home, that we are kind of helping everybody around us to get over with this sooner than later.
Right, understandable. So yeah, you were talking about adapting due to this whole ordeal. Uh, how do you think for the future of the media industry, you guys are going to start implementing some of these new skills you've adapted in the future, or when things go back to normal, you think you'll just stick to the same old routine?
No, I think that, what I like about our culture in the United States is that, whenever something like this happens, we kind of get together, and then in New York especially, and then we learn from our experience and apply to the next thing. So media industry is, of course, it's impacting schedule changes, and then productions slows down. A lot of people started watching content. In the meantime, advertisers might be a little bit just postponing their ad spends because of the economy, and then a lot of business are closed. But overall, that it's this is a temporary situation in my mind, and then it's going to go away, and then we're just going to go back to normal. But what we learn from this is going to be, applied um, to whatever we do next. So I think that more work from home, more digital meetings, more digital collaborations. I guess that will be kind of applied to the whole company.
Is there any advice that you can give us as to how we could proceed with our careers, especially during these times?
I would say that just let's not be really, um, let's think positive, and look at it in a way that, how do I innovate myself during this time, and how do we reiterate who I am, what I do, and what kind of skill sets that I could learn. Um, the other thing that I would like to say is that, product management is a really interesting job. It kind of combines a lot of things together. So media, even though you might be a media student doing production and stuff, or some other related things, digital is huge. I recommend learning product management, working for media companies or any technology company. But the reason I'm saying is that in the future, probably we're going to see more integrations with digital platforms and digital users, and how we know as media is going to change, because media is where you consume your content. Or is it Snap, is it TikTok, or is it a TV box, or is it your TV screen sitting in your living room, or it's your mobile phone that you carry it with you everywhere you go. So having that experience and having that mindset of TV is changing, what TV is changing, what media is changing and becoming digital, I guess learning product management, product innovation, and maybe a little bit of coding and digital design will help a lot of students to, get that experience right after college.
Oh, thank you. Very, very insightful. So thank you so much for your time, Yekin. I really appreciate it.
Of course, yeah,
Um,
thank you so much for having me, and looking forward to, talking to you more, and probably hope to see you soon. Of
yeah, you too. Take care.
course, bye.